what's up everybody? It's your favorite Apatosaurus' favorite nerd, and today we are looking at Fansproject Sludge, or Columpio, and Derp, whatever his name is. I gotta tell you, we're gonna get into accessories here in a minute, so I'm just gonna put him aside. Out of the box, I was like, good grief, this is a lot bigger than I expected. Like, I haven't watched any of the reviews or anything, but from what I saw in the pictures, it struck me as, you know, being a little on the small side, but he's a nice size. You know, we'll do some comparisons in Dinobot mode before we get out of here. But, yeah, plastic feels great. Overall, very, very solid feeling toy. The jaw joint is very stiff. I'll be honest with you, I'm not crazy about the mold of the head. I don't like this big round crest on the top of his head. I wish it was more square and angular. I just think this looks a little, something about the proportions of it throws it off to me. I'm not sure if it's just me or not. We got like 7 ball joints here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you get a ton of articulation as a result. So very nice. We got hinged shoulders here that are, the hinge is actually like a ball joint, but it allows for some forward and back and then a little bit of around. It gets in its own way a little bit, but what are you going to do? And a double jointed elbow there, and an ankle joint here, and a ball joint there. That's once again in its own way. But yeah, I gotta be honest. I was kind of on the fence about this set. I'm very impressed with the dinosaur mode of this figure. But let's get into the accessories a little bit. He comes with the sword and the gun. The gun is very cool, and you know, you can do some stuff with it. Tuck the knife back, pull it forward, tuck the handle in, pull it forward, and you know, you can do the old faithful, you know, kind of dumb plug-ins into the side. But not my favorite thing in the world. But it is a possibility. If there's one thing this guy does not lack, it's accessories, and one of his main accessories is this fella, Derp. I'm not crazy about this. Okay, this feels like the Fansproject equivalent of like what they're doing with the Legends class figures. Obviously, it's 10 times better than that because the average third-party is 10 times better than that. Anyway, but it feels unnecessary and silly. I know some people are really into it. I have no connection to this whatsoever. I couldn't care less. On top of that, he's a little goofy to me, but he comes with this axe, so you can take that off, and then he comes with this shield, and you can take that off as well. And then he has this big monstrosity hanging off the back of him that I don't think you can really do anything with except for tuck the head forward. So now he has dragon face, which is fine. And then you take this guy and you can tuck these bits about, and if you take these little numbers and fold them back on both sides, then he should theoretically stand right in there with his axe, and that's what that looks like. And if you're really into that, then awesome. Me personally, it's not for me. Okay, he does transform into like a Target Master kind of thing, and that is done by removing the axe, tucking the dinosaur head forward, and then the big handle that he has hanging off of his back up, and then pull these arms up here. They tab into the side, and then this comes down, tab into the side, and that comes down. The legs kind of fold in on themselves, like, you gotta, I tell you, small things are always eating me up more than, so to speak. And then tuck that one in like that. Unfold these. Huh. And there you have it. And you know, you can have it like this, or you can angle these however you want them, you know, to make it look, you know, to make it make sense to you. I personally will probably just be keeping this guy to the side. It's just not for me. And the last thing that you can do is you can take this and have it like that, and then you put that like that, and that kind of keeps it together. And that's kind of, you know, optional, just if you want to keep all the pieces together, which is nice. I mean, it's well thought out, you know, it's well executed. It's just, for me, it's unnecessary, and I would have rather not paid for it, you know, just to put it plainly. But that's just me. So just for the sake of size comparisons, here's my G1 Sludge. Yeah, he's in rough shape, but how about you don't judge me? How about that? My daughter's Fall of Cybertron Grimlock, and that doesn't look too awful from the side, but when you get him from the front, he's a little on the small side. He doesn't quite work either. And there's MP Grimlock with him. The truth of the matter is he doesn't really work with any of the existing scales. Fansproject really is, you know, building a scale of their own in terms of the Dinobots. So if you're going to go in, you're going to go in on the whole set. So just be aware of that. And here's this fella. And there he is next to, you know, little Rodimus, MP Rodimus Target Master. There he is with Revolver's Corebot. There he is with Scoop's Target Master. So, you know, he's about MP size, and God, just looking at him is actually making me angry. Like, there's nothing on that face. Nothing. Just mold. I mean, come on. If you're going to give me something I have absolutely no connection to, at least dress her up a little bit. So let's get him transformed. And what we're going to do is we're going to tuck these back like we did for the Target Master, and then bend here at the middle, and that allows all this to be manipulated. Split the tail, and then bring the legs on down. As you bring the legs down, move half of the tail towards you, and then bring the leg all the way down. It has a double jointed knee, so be aware of that. And twist the toe, fold the tail into itself, and turn it around, tuck it in to there, and then fold the foot up. And there's actually a little port right there to tab into there. So, same on the other side. Tail in, bring out, fold down. Reminds me of Fanstoys a little bit for all the stuff ages 3 and up had to say about them. And tuck that in, foot up, and then you can, I guess you can bring the foot down. You can do whatever you want back there. The directions say I think to bring it up, but he's not the easiest unit to stand sometimes, so you know you have that option, which is nice. And that is the legs, and then you bring these little like knee bits forward, and that's the legs. So let's see if I can rearrange the camera here a bit. For this part, you just split that just like the G1 and open these up. Fold this part back. You hear that? There's something loose in mine. We're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about a lot of those things. Bring the arms down. Fold the paw back, which allows you to lift that up. Bring the fist down. Close it up. Same on the other side. Cool. The nice thing here that I will say is here you jut the shoulders out, which is nice. Pop that back. That comes down a little bit, and then you got to work this head out. And I usually need a tool. There you go. There's 2 holes there. They tab into the inside plastic there, and this guy is in service. Let me back the camera out a little bit, and we'll go from there. Articulation-wise, head it's on a loose swivel on mine. The joint here is very loose. And then the shoulders are on the same shoulders we talked about before. Double jointed elbows, absolutely nothing for the wrist, and then finger hinges. We do have an ab crunch, which is nice. I don't know. Waist swivel. Ball jointed hips. And not the best. Not what I expect from Fansproject at all. That's not fair right there. So it's not super loose, but it's loose enough. Ratcheted knees, and I would have rather had the ratchets on the universal joint on the hip, but and then we have this this toe joint that doesn't really help him stand, and he's not the easiest unit to stand. So I'll G1 him up, of course. And that's not bad, right? That's not hateful at all, is it? And then you can put old Derpalurp with him. And that's it. Let's do some size comparisons. So I'm just trying to give you a wide array of stuff to compare him to. There he is with a Salter, Springer, and an MP car. You know, he's a good size. You know, and let's face it, he's probably made for your classics collection. And you know, if he's just standing right next to Springer, like, you know, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. And just for good measure, if I can get him to stand, there he is next to his G1 counterpart. And you know, you definitely see the growth, and you know, he is a good looking toy. This is a $100 toy. It's actually a little bit more than $100. This is the first time I've had a lot of QC issues with the Fansproject unit. This is a throwaway to me, and there's a little bit of paint on it, and it's well engineered, but that's all you're getting out of it. There's something rattling in there. Hear it? Something rattling in there. Don't know what it is. I've tried to figure out what it is. Can't figure it out. The leg joints are really loose. He has a hard time standing. It's just not what I've come to expect from this company. It's just not the best Fansproject thing I've bought. But let me be perfectly clear. I'm comparing this to other great third-party toys and Masterpiece toys. I'm not comparing it to the Roadbuster Generations or whatever. I'm sure it's superior to that nonsense. I'm comparing this to other high-quality toys. Compared to other high-quality toys, it just falls a little short. Compared to your average Hasbro nonsense, it's king of the roost. And the reason why it's king of the roost is because there's still plenty of great things about this. The transformation is fun, and it's not overly complex like a lot of Fansproject stuff can get. It's super enjoyable. The metallic blue paint comes across beautifully. The overall aesthetic of it is second to none. It's definitely their own take on it. There's some creative license in there. It's certainly reimagined. It's just that things like that rattling sound and those loose hip joints, and I know you can fix it, and I get that, but I spent $100 on a toy. I shouldn't have to fix it. It should come squared away. Can you think of other things that don't, and you accept it? Hey, what's up, buddy? Yeah. Hey, I asked for plain wings, and these are buffalo. I don't want to be that guy or anything, but you know, I did spend $8.99 on them. Money just doesn't grow on trees. I'm going to need you to go ahead and take that back and give me my right order. I'm sorry. $102. Close enough. Exactly. It's just things like that. Things like no wrist swivel, you know, articulation aspects of it. There's certain nuts and bolts of it and certain fit and finish aspects of it that just don't click 100%. That being said, still a great toy. If you're going to go with the Voyager-sized Dinobots, I guarantee you this will be the best of the bunch. If you're not so much a size freak, I gotta say I prefer Scoria over this, and you can take that however you want it. I am certainly looking forward to the Fansproject Dinobots, and I hope that they continue making them, but if I had to pick one set, I would go with Fans Toys. But I'm going with two, because I'm an idiot. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Till next time, take care.